It's the end of week 2 of my weight loss journey, and this is what has happened this past week. Just a little recap on my week and how it went. It was definitely harder than the first week. Week 2 is typically where I struggle. First week, I'm always motivated. Second week is when, cravings start to come back and all of that fun stuff. But I did do some good things. I stayed to my calorie deficit, so that's, the main goal and focus here, to lose weight. But I definitely had a lot of food noise this past week. So Thursday, I was out of town like pretty much the whole day, and I definitely could have had fast food, all of that stuff, because I live in a rural area. So the closest thing is like McDonald's or Tim Hortons, which is like a 25-minute drive one way. So I thankfully don't have that at my fingertips. We don't have Uber Eats, like nothing out this way. So when I'm in town, and I was all day long by myself, I most definitely could have eaten bad food, but I didn't. I was starving. I actually ended up going to a grocery store, and I just got a rotisserie chicken, and I kind of ate that. So really, really proud of myself for not caving in. During the weekend, though, I did eat carbs. Now, that's not the end of the world, but my main thing I want to focus on is low carbs, no breads, none of that stuff, none of that crap. But I did have bread, but I counted my calories. So I was still within my calorie limit, but I did eat carbs, which I very much am affected by carbs. Like, I will put on water weight, no problem, as soon as I start intaking carbs. Specifically breads and stuff, like fruits and stuff, won't make me gain that water weight back, but breads 100% will gain a pound or two if I have a few days of eating that stuff. So I did weigh myself Monday morning. I didn't weigh myself Sunday. I weighed myself Monday, just because I was eating not the best, still low calorie, but not the best. And I still lost 2 pounds this week, which is crazy given the fact that I did eat carbs and all that great stuff. But I also was not moving my body as much this week that I had hoped I'd moved. The week prior, week 1, I was getting my steps in. Now, I wasn't getting like 10,000 steps. I've talked about in a previous video that I'm pretty much sedentary. I'm at home a lot with the kids. So going from like 1,500 to 2,000 steps to 10,000 was a big jump for me. So I was trying to aim for like the 6,000 to 7,000 kilometer step range. Last week I don't think I went out for a single walk. I don't know what, the kids were sick. I just had like no motivation. Like I said, like I was already struggling just sticking to my diet, let alone like also exercising. So I really slacked on moving my body. So for week 3, that is the goal. We are trying to move our body more. After I make this video, I'm actually gonna go out and walk around the property before I have to go back out. My husband's currently out there walking around doing his steps, but yeah, I'm still really proud of myself because I did still lose weight. And 2 pounds a week is still a really, really great results. So I don't want to beat myself up about it. I typically self-sabotage. I am the queen of self-sabotaging. So, especially like this weekend, like I ate carbs, didn't stick to my keto low carb diet, but I'm right back on track. Typically I derail. I remember like way back when I had lost like 80 pounds a few years ago, my husband gave me a regular ginger ale pop when typically I would have only drinking because I was keto, so like diet. And I'm not joking, I took a sip of that pop, and it derailed me for like 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm like, oh, I just drink sugar. Might as well just throw it all in the bag. And then I go into like a binge eating for like a week or two. It's crazy. So I am the queen of self-sabotaging my weight loss plans. So for me to eat carbs this week, I'm really trying to focus on not letting it derail me. I still lost 2 pounds, which is amazing. I'm still hitting my weight loss goals. So I'm just trying to really heal mentally with food and self-sabotaging. I also don't want to, as much as I want to incorporate don't want to fast only because I had carbs or something. Like, I don't want to make fasting a negative thing as a sabotaging. I want to fast because I want to hit autophagy and I want to heal like on a cellular level, and I also want to, you know, try and tackle loose skin as much as possible by fasting. So that's another thing. Like, I don't want to go on a carb loaded weekend and be like, oh my god, I need to fast for 3 days because I just ate all these carbs. Like, I don't want to turn this into something that I don't want to have, like an ED. So because it's very easy to do that when you want to see the numbers drop. So we're really trying to have a healthy mindset when it comes to food, fasting, and it's okay to have a few extra carbs and go a little bit off your diet, but still like low calorie. So that is our goal for week 3. It also helps. My husband is also on a weight loss journey. My sister's on a weight loss journey. So there's people in and around me and in my circle that are also trying to be better, and you know, it helps getting all the stuff out of the house, of the junk. So there's zero temptation. So yeah, that is the goal for week 3. More steps, you know, getting back on track, which I am, and switching my mindset and not sabotaging, just making good decisions. So that's really what happened in the past week, which, you know, is what's part of a journey. A journey is going to be up and down, but I really just don't want to go back into a binge because, God forbid, I had a piece of bread. Like, that's not the end of the world. But yeah, I'm still really, really happy with my progress. 2 pounds. Like, 2 pounds is really good for a week. What I had lost week 1, like, I did a 3-day fast. So of course I'm going to lose 5 pounds with doing fasting and then low carb on top of that. So I'm super happy. I weigh 259 pounds so far. We're only 2 weeks into this. I started at 267 and a half or something like that. So we're almost 20 pounds down. So yeah, that was week 2. So if you're watching this and you are just like me, where you do struggle, you do have, you know, especially I find the weekends are, you know, a time when people do go off track because there's parties, life events, like all of that great stuff. I encourage you to have that burger, have that piece of cake, but if you're counting calories, put that in your day. Put that in your day first thing in the morning before you eat anything else, because you want that Wendy's burger, and then eat around it to stay in your calorie deficit. But, you know, you still get to enjoy those foods if that is what you're struggling with, because you really just want to eat the bad foods. That's what I've been doing this past week, and it has helped a lot. Like, I was like, oh, I really want garlic bread. So I just put my garlic bread in MyFitnessPal, and then I ate around it to just eat the bad stuff, but then still stay in a caloric deficit. So if you're struggling, join the club. We are struggling, but we're also making progress. It's all a mental game. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you for week 3 weight loss update.